Gambit is known for their boot camping, and it seemed to be serving them well this time around as they got off to a very clean 3-0 start. This would all change as they were put up against their kryptonite Fnatic. Gambit can never seem to pull it together in playing Fnatic, and it led to them having a losing record against them in the LCS. Today I want to talk about Gambit's draft specifically and why their picks don't synergize very well. Gambit's team comp can be split into two different categories, split pushers and team fighters. TF and Shyvana are both great split pushers, but the logic behind picking Xin, Sona, and NMF to hold against 5 just isn't there. If you send Shyvana and TF to split push the side lanes, then it gives free reign of Fnatic to push up the mid lane as 5, which is fine for Gambit if they have some sort of defense on towers, but they have very minimal defense with this comp. Something like Nasus, Sona, and Varus would have made a lot more sense. Nasus and Varus can clear waves very easily with Spirit Fire and Piercing Arrow respectively, and if the enemy team tries to dive, you have good disengage with Crescendo and Chain of Corruption. Varus was picked by Fnatic second if Fnatic already had picked Aatrox as their jungler, so Gambit could have secured TF and Varus as their first picks and left the jungler until later in the draft. Instead, they decided to pick up Xin, which again makes no sense for Gambit here, and they allow Fnatic to pick up their only salvation, Varus. Now, that's one way they could have taken the game, but they could have also went for a combination of a pick comp and a split push comp, which works very well versus an all-in team comp from Fnatic. With the first pick, Aatrox, Gambit could have picked up TF and Lee Sin, two huge power picks for Alex and Diamond. We already saw them dominate with this combo against Vulcan, so I'm kind of confused on why they didn't go for it again. After Fnatic picked Varus and Orianna, as they presumably would, Gambit could have gone for Ashe and Thresh, which is great for picking off people in a combination with TF and Lee Sin. Admittedly, I don't know Voidal's champ pool, and I know he likes going for Sona, but I think Thresh or Zyra is better in this situation. Soaz would have likely picked Zac again because he's a safe pick, and Yellowstar would have probably stuck with Leona because of the success that Fnatic had on her in the previous game. The Shyvana pick would surprise Fnatic again, but this time it would actually make sense in the scope of the composition. Shyvana can force Zac out of lane top while the 4 other people on the team work to make picks. Ashe Arrow, Thresh Hook, Dragon's Rage, Destiny, these are some of the strongest pick abilities in the game, and Gambit had all of them at their disposal. Not to mention Lee Sin is Diamond's favorite champion and Ashe is Genji's favorite champion. It all just makes sense. Whichever comp they decided to go with, it would have been better than the one they settled with, which ultimately made no sense in terms of composition synergy. While Gambit did make some key mistakes in the game, I think they lost this game at Champion Select. This was the most hyped up game of the day after seeing how strong the EU teams are, so I just chose this game to highlight. If you want to see what I think about all the games, I've been live blogging on Twitter during the games, so make sure to follow me at @CandyPoo if you're interested. As always, thanks for watching, good luck in your games, have fun watching Worlds, and I'll see you all next time.